much. In one Greene County neighborhood, a whole lot of shaking going on. People describing loud booms followed by the ground rumbling.
And one homeowner noticing that a small sinkhole in her yard is getting bigger. KSPR's Francis Watson joins us live in our studio to explain. Francis?
Lee, well, here's an interactive map of the sinkholes. Every dot here on the screen is what we know of in Greene County. Now, we reported on one just off of Farm Road 105 that the County Highway Department fixed about 2 years ago. Just 2 houses down, a smaller sinkhole getting bigger after what neighbors describe as tremors.
Recent tremors in this area, we've had 8.
John Alejandro keeps a log of all the shaking. Neighbors on Farm Road 105 in Greene County often running outside to confirm what they're feeling with each other.
A rumble where the whole house rumbles. My dogs react.
This is different than the blasting at nearby quarries.
It just sounds like a firework going off in the sky.
Rumbles big enough for him to check his house for damage.
No major cracks or no foundation cracks or no new cracks in the roads and the grass or anything like that.
Just small sinkholes getting bigger.
I can't believe how big it's gotten.
Tracy Glickman and her daughter Aaliyah are seeing the ground open up before their eyes.
So now who knows how far back it goes.
County officials know about the hole.
About 22 feet, and this ground is really soft.
But it's not close enough to the road just yet.
It wasn't too far off from actually being where the highway department would come out and fix it.
The hole hasn't been measured lately, so we decided to take a closer look for Tracy.
So I've got my GoPro, I've got a shovel, which is probably, I don't know, this tall, and a light so we can see just how deep this sinkhole might be. It goes back like a cave, way in the back. Taller than me, I'm almost 6 feet. It's maybe 6 to 8 feet.
The sinkhole slowly creeping towards Tracy's house.
It's gonna go! Now, we did, of course, reach out to the Department of Natural Resources, and there's no way to tell if the tremors and the sinkholes are related, but they did say that they have looked into holes in that area. They haven't found anything. Neighbors have reached out to the U.S. Geological Survey, but they haven't heard back. So I also made some inquiries with them, and it seems like we'll be having more to report on this soon, Lee.
All right, Francis, thank you. Homeowners can file incident reports directly to the Department of Natural Resources. We posted a link online under newscast links.
They felt the ground shake in Davidson County this morning. A small 2.6 magnitude earthquake shook Denton just after 4:30 this morning. No damages or injuries reported. Now, many of you took to social media to share your experience of that earth-shaking ground last night. Starla said it shook her house. Angela said, nope, nothing. Now, Tim, not the first earthquake in the Triad this year. Surrey County had one back in July. So how common are earthquakes here anyway?
Well, Chad, the short of that answer is not too often at all. In fact, I looked back at the USGS earthquake data for North Carolina. In our part of the state, typically on average, a small earthquake about once every 1 to 2 years. So not all that common. And this was just a 2.6. If you look at the Richter scale, we're talking way at the bottom end of things. These are rarely even seen or felt super much, but we don't even see damage with that type of an earthquake. Our part of North Carolina doesn't see too many earthquakes. We are very low on the hazard risk as far as the USGS is concerned. Not the case for the whole Carolinas, though. We look to South Carolina. Charleston actually has a pretty high risk of earthquakes. It's just not the case here in the Triad. Only one every 1 to 2 years.
We thought it was just a normal fire drill, but then they started taking us down this road.
But it wasn't a drill at the Estabrook Elementary School in Lexington. Shortly after 9 this morning, an underground noise and jolt prompted an evacuation.
We evacuated the building.
Police and fire responded to the school while students and staff were taken to Lexington High School. Emails and alerts were sent to parents.
We were notified immediately that the kids and the staff were all safe, so...
No reports of any smoke or suspicious smell. Parents are wondering what happened.
Could it be earthquake? It's like it's never heard of it. But could it be the building structure? But it's such a new building. Actually, the school is right behind my house. Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
Engineers and safety officials were on scene to try to determine what happened. Meanwhile, parents picked up their children at the high school shortly after noon, their regular dismissal time. Most grateful the school erred on the side of caution.
We were kind of excited because we got to miss school, but but we were still a little scared.
None of the students I talked with say they felt a jolt or heard a bang. At this point, still no word from the school district about whether the building will be open tomorrow. Live in Lexington, Sarah Conji, WCVB News Center 5.
We had a meeting, actually, and all of a sudden we heard the big loud explosion. I didn't know what it was at first, but it was loud enough that we all stopped.
It was like a minor, like little, maybe a bump, something like that. It was kind of just like that motion, really.
I was just sitting on my couch watching TV, and I did feel something. And like I said, it's an old house, and I thought maybe the furnace started or something, but I got a text, and someone said, "Did you hear about the earthquake?"
And as you can imagine, a lot of calls to police in this area when this happened. But tonight, again, no damage reported here. We're live in Holliston tonight. John Atwater, WCVB News Center 5.
Here is another possible mystery boom mistaken for a quake in Georgia, November 16, 2015. I do not find all these to be just a coincidence, all happening within a month. There were more I found, but I will post those in another video. The booms are on the rise just as I expected for the coming winter season. And I expect these will be misreported as frost quakes during the winter, and that is maybe what these UFOs want us to believe if they are testing us. They also seem to be varying in intensity from more of a bang to a boom to a rumble-like jolt. It is possible it's happening just above the surface of the ground, but some in the air, while others could be underground but very shallow if these orb of light UFOs have the ability to go through solid objects. This would complicate distinguishing the phenomenon to earthquakes, but I'll do my best. Quote, minor earthquake felt in Putnam, Baldwin counties. If you live between Edenton and Milledgeville, you probably felt a little rattle just before 10 a.m. Monday. The U.S. Geological Service confirms that a minor earthquake hit the area near Lake Sinclair. They say the quake hit 2.6 on the Richter scale. That's rated as a minor earthquake. Putnam County Sheriff Howard Sills says the epicenter of the quake was about a mile from the lake, off South Shore Road, and he knows the site well. In fact, he said it was on property owned by his family. Sills says he hasn't heard of any injuries or property damage. A viewer who lives near Sinclair Marina shared this video with 13WMAZ. It captured the sound of the earthquake. Some on earthquakereport.com said, in Milledgeville, I heard a loud boom. Light fixture rattle, picture rattles, end quote.